Well, good afternoon. So one of the problems with having lots of different people utilize the same Zoom account for trainings is that somewhere along the line, somebody changes a setting. So sorry if that somebody changed a setting and didn't allow you to just jump on in. So I have to keep admitting people. I don't know if anyone knows how to change that mid-Zoom. Can you?
Yes, if you go to participants.
Yeah.
And then one of the options, like you have like the drop-down menu of options on the right of the little participants window. And one of them is enable waiting room. That's checked. And if you uncheck that, it should just allow people to join.
I know what you're talking about, Dan, but I don't see it either.
Yeah.
Well, it has whoever's the host is
Yeah,
the only
no,
one who gets that option.
Oh, okay, it's Rick, but
Are you seeing it, Rick?
No, I'll just
It's
keep.
like, it's the same menu that's like allow participants to unmute themselves, mute all, like all of that.
Oh, got it. There you go.
good.
Okay. So anyway, sorry for that. How is everyone this afternoon? I hope spectacular. So let's get started. And what are we going to get started with? Let's get started with a little fun.
Hi, Mom. Mom? Mom, I think you're about dialing me. Oh, no, there you are. Hi. Mom? Hello? Hi. You want to do a Zoom with the whole family? Like the whole family? Yikes. Sure, when do you want to do it? No, Friday I'm already booked. I have a Zoom interview from 10 to 12, then Zoom cocktail hour with Laura's cousins, and then we're Zoom eating pizza with the Andersons. Saturday? Nope. We have a Zoom toddler's birthday party, which will literally be the worst. Because kids act like assholes on Zoom. And then after that I'm Zooming into a Zumba class, and then we're doing a Zoom tour of the zoo. Sunday's a no-go. We're doing a boozy brunch with Laura's college friends. When? Well, it's at 10:30, but I blocked off the rest of the day because I'm probably going to black out. Monday, can't. Tuesday, I'm Zooming into a Zoom about how to Zoom on Zoom. Wednesday morning, I'm Zooming with my pledge class, and then I was invited into a preschool reunion Zoom with Rainbow Preschool, which is super random. I didn't go to Rainbow Preschool? Why did they invite me? It doesn't matter, I'll go anyway. I'm sorry Thursday and Friday are out. We're Zoom baking sourdough with Adam and Amanda, and I'm told it takes a few days. Friday night, we're Zooming with Hugo in the next room during bath time, since we won't have seen him since Wednesday. Oh, relax, he can take a bath alone. We did a Zoom swim class last week. Saturday afternoon could work after I Zoom in to watch paint dry. We can't Saturday night, we're trying a swinger Zoom because, hashtag quarantine. Am I right? Mom? Sunday we're gonna Zoom into church because of whatever's gonna happen Saturday night. Yeah, after that we're supposed to Zoom with the Instacart guy. He already delivered our groceries, he just kind of seemed kind of lonely. Next Monday I've got life coach Zoom in the morning, afternoon Zoom therapy, and then meditation Zoom after I Zoom into a group nap. Do you know if they'll prescribe Xanax over Zoom? Next Tuesday I'm scheduled with Dad. Well, Mom, he asked me like 2 weeks ago. You know, how's the week of June 8th look for you?
Anybody else feel that way? Thank you to Jen Hen for sending that to me just in time so we could get that on for you to end your week. I hope you're having lots of yeah. So just P.S. As we continue the next couple of weeks, if you're finding something on out there, please do send it to me. And Adonis, what you sent me is coming. It's Monday morning, so just stay tuned. Yes, Jen.
I just want to know if Zoom swingers is really a thing.
Well, you see, if I answer that question, it
No
put me in a
comment.
very bad position.
Awesome head nodding.
If it's not a thing, should it become a thing?
Well,
Maybe.
perhaps. All righty. So it is Friday afternoon, which means I think Tammy Kranich is on with us, and I think there she is. Tammy, what you got for us?
So, there's so much going on in the mortgage business right now, but I really wanted to take my 10 seconds because I really haven't had a chance to do it yet. I wanted to take my 10 seconds, and Rick and Steve and Dan, all you guys, Jen Hen, I want to really thank you guys for the effort that you've put out because it has really made a difference. I've talked to some colleagues and they're, you know, some of them have got caught up in the binge watching and some of them have just waiting to see what happens and whatnot. And I've been so connected to this that it forces me to get here for 9 a.m. and it forces me to come to a good stopping point at 4:30. So I want to just, my gratitude is to all of you and the Keller Williams leadership and the Keller Williams support team, because you know what, without you guys, I would not be as busy as I am. I'm going to have my best month ever. And it's all because of you guys. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Truly, it's amazing. And thank you for that.
Well, it is our pleasure. It is our pleasure. And so let's just be clear. You're going to have the best month ever because of you. If we had anything to do to support underneath that, that's ultimately what we are here for. But you did that all on your own. So congratulations for plugging in. And I think what's so important to hear from what Tammy just said is sometimes all it takes is plugging into a structure, right? And then that structure starts to get you going and bam, results show up. So again, I want to make sure that you know, Tammy, that you made those results happen, not any of us. If we can support you from underneath, just like we can support anybody else, that's what we're here for. So thanks for the shout out. We very much appreciate it. And hey, you know what else? What else are we going to do at 9 and 4:30 every single day? Nothing, nada. So that's great. And thank you to all of you who are supporting our mortgage partners during this time. I know I certainly feel more connected to them in the last couple of weeks. So we're gonna have to start figuring out how to keep that connectedness, right, as we look forward. Steve, do you have some shift winners you want to share with us this afternoon?
I will in 2 minutes. You can keep going for 2 minutes.
Sure. Yes. Can I vamp? You got it. I can. So that kind of points us right to where we were headed, which is looking forward to next week, right? And looking forward to next week is week number 8, right? And we likely have a week number 9 after that. It's unclear whether we'll have a week 10 or 11, at least in this format. You've heard me say that we are working on our plans to look towards reopening and look towards what that looks like and how we all start to function in a changed environment. And what I have for you to end the week this week are some thoughts and then some homework. And so my thoughts are this: are you paying attention and really taking a look in your own businesses about what reopening, whatever that means, what reopening looks like there? How are you going to charge forward and create and do your business? Is it any different from the last 8 weeks? Do you expect to have to learn different things? Are you going to keep some of what you've pivoted to in the last 6 or 7 or 8, whatever number we're on, weeks in your business? Do you think you're just going right back to where you started, where you left off in the middle of March? P.S. If that's your thought, I would spend this weekend rethinking that, because I don't think that's in the cards for any of us, right? But I really want you to get your head around what the next 3 months starts to look like. Because it is different. It doesn't have to be massively different, and yet it is different. Right, and so if for those of you, and I'm preaching to the choir, to the people who are popping in at 9 and 4:30, but if you have colleagues, whether inside of our companies or outside of our companies, who have just had their head in the sand for the last number of weeks, you need to get a hold of them, right? You need to get a hold of them and let them know that now is the time to start coming out of the cocoon, right? We've got to climb out of the dark and into the light and feel the sun again, and really start looking forward. P.S. If those folks are inside of our organization or outside of our organization, put them in touch with their team leaders as well, right? let's start having conversations with your team leaders around what that looks like to get people re-engaged. And so before I give you the homework, I will see if we are ready for shift winners. Are we ready for shift winners?
Yes, we are, Rick. Thank you.
Awesome.
So we have in Ridgefield, we have April Fury, big winner of Shift Book. Yay! And in Stanford, we have Janice Lederman. So please stop by and get your books, guys. Thank you.
Yay!
Can I gift mine to somebody? Because I got one already.
Oh, yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
you want to tell
I'll
me
figure
later?
it out.
Okay,
No,
tell me.
I'll figure
Okay.
it out.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, so here's your homework as we finish up the week. I want to put something on the screen here. Here it is. So here's your homework, and move your screen around if you can't see it. The homework is, I want you to take a look at the money that you know you have coming your way for June, July, and August. I want you to start getting really, really focused and clear about your income for those 3 months. And so there are 5 numbers I want you to calculate. I want you to first calculate your pendings for June, July, and August that already exist. Pendings that you already have, deals that you have pending to close, where your MCAs have the documentation and we can check them on the pendings list. So things that you know are already going to close. What does that look like in terms of income to you? Right, that's what we're looking to calculate, income to you. You put that in that first column. Then I want you to take a look and see what is the number and volume of the listings that you're currently carrying that you believe you'll carry into June. So what that means is, sorry, I'm so sorry. Hold on one second, because I screwed that up. That you're not carrying into June. Okay, sorry about that. So the number and the volume of listings that you currently have that you're not carrying into June. And so what that means is you intend to put them under agreement in the next 3 weeks. Which of those properties that you currently have as a listing is going under agreement in the next 3 weeks? Calculate what the income to you is from those listings. Then do the same thing with your buyers. The buyers that you're currently working with that are not already pending, what is that income that you intend to create by putting those people under agreement between now and June the 1st? Then I want you to go ahead and take a look at your pipeline. What new listings do you have coming on for June? What new buyers do you have coming on the market for June? And I want you to tally what that looks like so that you can figure out your expected income June, July, and August. So all those things tallied up and divided by 3 is your likely income for June, and then again July, and then again August. Because it's not all going to close in 1 month. Everyone clear about what that looks like, what I'm asking you to do? And so let's talk a little bit about that. The pendings that you currently have, is there an activity that you need to focus on for the pendings that you already have? Okay, so the answer could be just making sure that they stay together and close, right? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Rick, how come we're not adding in pendings for May?
Because May is done and finished already. If you have things closing in May, then you have things closing in May. I'm concerned about people's income June, July, and August. Because
Okay.
April and May were kind of already on the books for the most part when this all hit. And so there's not, I mean, certainly make sure that your pendings for May stay together. But this is looking ahead to the summer, because if we're going to start seeing issues in terms of income and consistency, it's going to be over the summer. So that's why I didn't add the May in there, right? By listing out each listing that you intend to put under agreement between now and the end of May, what activities might you uncover to make that happen? Wow, these are not hard questions, guys. Okay, I'll answer them for you. You may find that in order to put something under agreement in the next 3 weeks, that it's mispositioned and you're going to have to address a price reduction. Yes? Isn't that the way to get your current inventory to turn into under agreement inventory? Yes, the answer is yes. What about your buyers? What activity might show up with buyers who you intend to put under agreement by the end of the month? You might have urgency conversations with them. You might have conversations with them about the opportunity that exists with interest rates. You might have conversations about the idea that tons more buyers are going to flood into the market, perhaps, in June and July, making them not quite as special, right, as they could be. Does that make sense? And then, of course, your pipeline. What new listings are you putting on, and what new buyers do you intend to be working with? Do you think that there's a strategy for new listings on the market in the next couple of weeks, come June? What do we expect might happen once things start to open up? Do we think that the 75% of the listings that didn't show up in April and in March, do you think a whole lot of them might decide to come on the market in June? Right? And so if we're going to see an increase in inventory, we need to be certain that we're having a conversation with those sellers to make sure that they are positioned brilliantly to make sure they capture the buyers who are stuck waiting for that pent-up demand, so that they beat all the other inventory that comes on the market, flooding onto the market, and not experience a swing from a seller's market to a buyer's market in 30 days. Because that could happen, right? And you need to prep all those buyers who are coming on in June that shopping based on their top 5 must-have list has to happen quickly, because when they see something that they like, they need to jump on it before all those other buyers come out there and start taking inventory from them. We need to be having conversations. That's the main point of the conversation around this exercise. The exercise is a financial exercise to figure out what your income really looks like over the summer. If you have a different way of figuring out what your income looks like June, July, and August, then do it your way. I just wanted to put that out there so that you can start taking the initiative to figure out what your June, July, and August is going to look like. If we don't start doing things right now, you don't get to change June, July, and August. And what I don't want to have happen is I don't want us to get so wrapped up over the course of the next 2 weeks and then the month after that, as we're figuring out reopening and a whole new normal and all that other stuff, to distract us from taking the initiative to create pendings and create income for ourselves, and all of a sudden get to the 4th of July and wake up and say, oh, I've got no income this summer. Well, it's too late by then. We've got to be doing things now to head off anything that might be coming. If you look at your income projection for the summer and you're like, I'm actually killing it, then you get to make a decision about, do you want to kill it more, right? How much extra income do you want to make if you're already hitting your goals for the summer? I'll say something that I said a couple of weeks ago. Again, Jeannie and I had a conversation around this earlier today, right? She and I are on the same page on this. I'm curious how many of you want to join us in being really, really firm about this statement. And that statement is, I refuse to concede my 2020 financial goals. How many of you have already conceded? How many of you have already thrown in the towel? I want to encourage you to go and find the towel. Go and pick it back up again, right? Stick it back in your pocket or do whatever you do with a towel, right? Find the towel and make sure that you haven't given up. It's only May the 8th. We've got a lot of time if we focus on the right activities, regardless of what bumpiness might show up in the market, there's going to be activity. So you just have to make sure that you're out there grabbing your unfair share of it. People oftentimes say out loud, you know, there's plenty of business to go around. That might not be the case now and in the next couple of months, but there's plenty to create plenty of income for everybody on this call. You just have to go and take it. I would love to be able to feed the planet. I'm not responsible for the planet, but I am responsible for you. And so I want to make sure that you're heading out there with ferocious competitiveness. I want you to just compete, just fiercely compete for the things that you want and that you need in your world, because it is out there for you. You just have to go, right?
Can I
Questions,
say,
comments, concerns?
yeah, can I say something? There's a strong, oh my goodness, I have to take this call. I'll say it in a minute. Sorry. So
Debbie Orr and her calls on Zooms.
I say $50. I don't know.
I think I'm with you on that one.
Donation, definitely.
Go ahead, Jen. Jen Hen, was that a you? No?
I got nothing. I was just laughing. I got nothing.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so recognize that you have an opportunity, and I just want to remind us as we finish another week that opportunity is all around you, and you've got to make a decision, right? Because the opportunity to go and grab opportunity starts right here. It doesn't start with buyers or sellers. It doesn't start with market numbers. It doesn't start with health crises or anything like it. It all starts right here. You just have to make a decision about what you want and then go and get it. And I look forward to next week and the week after as we continue to try and help point everyone in direction of moving forward. We're going to talk next week about money. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about money next
Debbie's
week.
back. Debbie's coming back.
So well, now she's missed her opportunity. So
yeah, you know what?
So recognize, now you got to wait your turn. Hold on. The opportunity to earn that money is available to every single person on this call. Every single person on this call. Again, it's your decision. Go ahead, Debbie.
So that was an important call. I told Rick yesterday that I had my first COVID flop, and it was a property that was to close on Monday. The sellers had signed their papers, and we got a call that said they checked income, and the guy who owns a dry cleaner had a radical reduction in his income, and they would not fund the loan. And that call was from the bank, and we are closing next week. They had a change of heart. I think there were some attorneys who twisted some arms, and they had a change of heart. So I'm a little delighted, and I had to take that call. I'm sorry. What I was going to say, and maybe you said it in my absence, was there's a reason Gary Keller is telling us, and all of his minions are telling us, we have to double down on our lead generation. And the reason is shit happens. And there's too much shit out there right now. And it's not going to turn around in 30 days. It's not. If you are studying the economy and the economics of this situation, we have to work quadruply hard to keep our goals in place. So that's just my little pitch. And I am very grateful right now. And I am very grateful for all of you. And what Tammy Kranich said in the beginning is so true. There is no organization that's supporting each other the way this organization is. So, to all
Well,
of you.
beautiful, and congratulations on pulling that closing together. It's fabulous.
Just a lesson in Yiddish. That's what the word verklempt means.
Indeed, indeed. All righty, guys. Any questions for me or anybody else before we finish our week?
I have a question.
Yes, Lisa.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody had any trouble on the unemployment site, the federal employment site today. I could not, it kept crashing out. I don't know if anybody had that problem.
So I did hear that some other people had some issues. Try again over the weekend. Keep trying. It's I'm sure it's just kind of flooded, and it's also a new site, so it could be a little buggy. Thank you for that reminder, Lisa, because I do have a volunteer who I'm going to be working with, I think at some point before lunchtime tomorrow, to record a session of how to do that, that red button. So for those of you who are struggling, or for those of you who want to wait for the tutorial, we are going to be filming that tutorial tomorrow. So do watch for that to be posted. Adonis, I may ask you to grab that quickly when we're done tomorrow and pop that up for everybody so that people have access to it as quickly as possible. So if you're struggling or don't know an answer on that, watch for that tomorrow. If you keep getting kicked out, try again. I encourage you to try late at night, try early in the morning. See if you can hit other times when other people may be sleeping or eating or something like that. Alrighty, what else? Yes.
About Red Day, if I can, I'll try to screen share here. This is Mr. Gary. Oh, why won't it share the whole screen? Bummer. But what you can't see in this picture is Gary Disher's car. He's got two bags here, and his back of his hatchback car is full of groceries for the food bank. He took his first run to the food bank. So please remember to come and get your bags. A bunch of you have done it already, and many more of you need to do it so we can fill the food banks by next Friday.
Awesome, thank you for that reminder. And don't forget the other piece of that is come to the market centers and pick up your envelopes. I think there's nobody who would disagree that the medical staffs in our local hospitals deserve some letters of encouragement and thanks from you, your kids, your neighbors' kids, your database, everybody that can be possible. If a couple of us send it, then a couple of people get some letters of thanks. If we all do it with our databases, it starts to flood those hospitals with letters of thanks, and it becomes a thing. And we're really looking to make it a thing. So choose to dive into that. If you thought that it sounded kind of dorky, get over it and choose to do it anyway. Make sense? All right, guys. Anything else before we finish our week?
Yeah, one quickie. Do we still have some face masks up there? Face masks, Steve?
We do. Please contact somebody in your market center. Please note that nobody's in the market centers. Well, that's not always true, but staff members are definitely in the market centers Monday through Friday. We do sometimes have a staff member in the market center on a Saturday or a Sunday, but we can't guarantee that. So if you need something for the weekend, you need to let the people in the market centers know right now what you need, and we will leave that for you to pick up. Anything else? Awesome. Have a great weekend. Please do your homework. We're going to start diving into some of those numbers next week, starting at the 9 o'clock call on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend of new listings and buyers under agreement. Be safe. Have fun with your family. Hopefully it won't rain, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Oh my goodness, yes. Happy Mother's Day on Sunday. I completely forgot about Mother's Day. Have a great Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Zooming Mother's Day.